All right, XRP Army, welcome back to the channel. And tonight we're finally going to break down everything that's been building across this entire week. The first XRP ETF is launched. It posted a record day one volume, but the price still dipped. People are confused and the comments have been full of questions. So tonight I'm giving you the full sequence, why the price pulled back, when ETF flows are actually going to create buying pressure, and the exact timeline for the 6 issuers going live over the next 12 days. Let's start with the biggest question. If the ETF launched with record-breaking volume, why did XRP's price actually pull back? The answer on this one is simple, and almost nobody on social media actually understands this. Day one ETF volume is not spot buying, it's trading within the ETF itself. There's no mechanism on day one that forces anyone to go buy actual XRP. There's no inflows, there's no creation orders, there's no arbitrage loop yet, just trading within the wrapper. That means that the price is still controlled by the existing spot market, which is thin, reactive, and still tied to Bitcoin's volatility. So launch within a huge excitement can still happen on top of a chart that's due for a short-term pullback anyway. So here's the part that actually matters. ETFs do not move the price until the inflows actually begin, and the inflows don't matter either until they force the authorized participants to go create new ETF shares. This is the moment that they must buy XRP on the open market to back the ETF. Everything before that is just positioning and liquidity testing. So let me make this extremely clear. The ETF has launched, but the ETF flows haven't started yet. That's why the chart did not react. Here's how the real move actually happens, and I'm going to break down how an ETF works in 7 easy steps. Step number 1, investors put money into the ETF. Step number 2, inflows stack up. Step number 3, the issuer doesn't have enough XRP. So step number 4, they turn to authorized participants, also known as APs. Step number 5, AP has to create new ETF shares. Step number 6, in order to do that, they must go buy XRP on the spot market. Step number 7, this creates real buy pressure for the asset. This is the loop that matters. Not volume, not trading, not headlines, not hype. Creations are the single biggest things to drive the engine, and creations begin only when inflows outpace liquidity. Now let's walk through the timeline everyone's been asking for. Here's what's confirmed as of right now, today. November 13th, XRPC's Canary Capital ETF went live and had record-breaking volume. November 18th, Franklin Templeton goes live, a top-tier issuer with massive distribution. November 20th, Bitwise ETF goes live, one of the fastest-growing issuers in the US. November 21st, 21 Shares ETF goes live. They are a dominant global crypto ETF issuer. When they launch, inflows usually spike. November 25th, Grayscale and WisdomTree both go live. That is 6 issuers in a 12-day window. This is where everything comes together. Next week is not about price guesses, and it's not about volume stacking. With each user going live, more marketing, more distribution, more advisor access, more inflow potential, more AP activity. And once inflows start building across multiple ETFs, the AP creation loop turns on. That's when ETF demand becomes spot demand, and that's when price is going to start to react. So what should you expect? Not a big explosion, not a go to the moon moment. What's more likely is a structural shift in liquidity, a steady tightening of supply, and pressure building across spot order books as the APs begin sourcing XRP to back new shares. The ETF is not the spark, it's a pipeline, and the pipelines are about to turn on. If you've been confused this week, if you've been wondering why volume is high but the price is still quiet, hopefully now it makes a little bit of sense. Tonight we laid out the mechanics, the timeline, and the actual flow path that determines how XRP reacts to these ETFs. This is a long-term structural upgrade to XRP's entire liquidity profile. If you want the full macro coverage and the real explanations without chaos, tap subscribe, and I'll see you Monday morning for my live stream at 8:30.